Yo. Are you a Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning into this channel, my name is Zizo. I've never actually said my name. If you end up liking this video, please click the like button, check out all the other videos that I have, and please make sure to subscribe. So today's video is a Q&A, and I'm so excited to do this video because I got a whole lot of different questions. Okay, so the first question is, what is the first thing you're going to do after this lockdown? So the first thing that I would like to do, I have a long bucket list, but I think the most feasible thing is probably to go to a live jazz performance or like a poetry session thing. I've never been to either of those, and that is what I would really like to do. I'd also like to go to a food market, and I've heard that there are great food markets here in Stellenbosch, so that's what I'd like to do. What is your idea of a perfect date? So you know this person that's asking this question, he's been trying, shame. Anyway, so my idea of a perfect date, you know, I can't really say like what it should be. Like it should be a picnic, or it should be an outing, or it should be a dinner or whatever. No, I can't say that. But what I can say, I can give you like tips on what I would like a perfect date to be, you know. So it should be quiet. I think that's a very important thing. I think it should be quiet. You know, you can't take me to a concert for like a date. I mean, like, you know. So it should be quiet. There should be food. Okay. Also, I think it should be intimate, you know. Like I said, we can't go to a concert just like me and that person, and just no noise and no walking up and down and no interruptions. I think something like that would be ideal. I think also just like the setting should be proper, you know. I would like, there should be like a little jazz, you know, playing somewhere. somewhere, I don't know, even if we're outdoors, it must be somewhere. It should just be well thought through, you know. It shouldn't be just like a last minute thing. When are you gonna start putting the recipes in your caption? Oh my gosh, you know guys, like I honestly don't have any excuse, you know. I literally don't have any excuse. Like I'm so sorry for not, because I know I post a lot of like food that I make on my Instagram, and I just don't like. First of all, okay, let me tell you the reason why I don't actually put recipes in my caption. The first thing is that it's quite tiresome, guys. Typing out a whole recipe, you know, is just ish. The second thing is that like when I cook, guys, like I don't really measure stuff. I just know that, okay, it's enough, or I just know that, okay, I shouldn't put any more, or I should put more. Like I just know when it's enough. I just know when to stop. I know when to add. So now trying to figure out, you know, how much of something that I put in, and then having to type it out, yo guys, I don't know. No, this is super embarrassing because I am a chef in training, and there's literally no excuse, but I am going to try. No, I'm going to do my best. What is your biggest fear? So I addressed this question in my get to know me tag, the first video that I posted on YouTube, and so I think my biggest fear is not knowing the will of God for something, and just entering into something that I'm not really sure that God wants me to do or to be in. That's a fear. Or like making big decisions without knowing what God has to say about it. Like, oh, that's really a fear, guys. Like, it's a thing. The second thing is not like limiting myself, you know, not being able to recognize my potential, or just being too scared to take a leap of faith, or being too conscious of what other people are gonna say and stuff. Like that's my biggest fear. Or let's say if I have something that I would like to venture into, and you know, I'm too scared to actually start it. Like I think that's a fear, because you know, you never really know how something can turn out until you actually do it. Not doing it is a fear. The next question is, are you a virgin? Okay, so let me tell you something, guys. Even when I'm married with my 7 kids, I'll still be a virgin, Shem. Period.
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 Oh. Period.
Do you want to be in a relationship? No, I don't. Not right now. What turns you off? What turns me off, guys? What turns me off, you know, guys that have long nails, yeah, that's a turn off. Oh my word, that is a turn off. And also people that eat loud, like you can hear them and like have these eating habits that are annoying. And especially when people do this thing, no guys, no. What is your love language? This is a difficult one, guys. I really can't rank them. All of them are very important, but I'd say quality time, and then I would say receiving gifts and like surprises and stuff. Like that's really just nice. At the same time, I also like to give, what is your ideal future partner in terms of character, beliefs, mindset and perception, region. I think they meant to say religion, language, physical appearance, etc. Oh, this is a very quite a lot of things. Other things aren't really important, but I think the most important thing for me, like I mentioned this in my get to know me tag as well, I said that my ideal future partner has to be a child of God, has to be born again. I think that's a very has to be God-fearing. I think that's a very important thing for me, and that makes or breaks, you know, it determines a lot. If the person isn't, then it's not gonna work out, but if he is, then I believe that other things will fall into place. So like his beliefs, his perception, his mindset, assuming that his you know, all these things are based on his religion. Otherwise, I think physical appearance, you know, I'm a tall hand. I'm like 176 centimeters or 1.76 meters tall. So I'm a tall hand, so I need like a tall man's. I don't see myself dating a short guy or someone that's like exactly my height. No. Okay, lessons from past relationships and how it has shaped your current perception on relationships. Whew, it's getting hot in here, okay? I think for me, like if you're not on the same page with that person about things that are really important to you, you guys have to sort it out before you get into a relationship. Like just face the reality, guys. Like I feel like people go into relationships and let's say if the partner doesn't agree, you know, to something that the one agrees to, then they have this thing of like, okay, no, we'll deal with that later, or the other person will change their mind or whatever. Like don't do it, guys. Don't play yourself. It's just not gonna work. You rather just face it now. You guys rather face the rejection now when feelings aren't really involved, as compared to being with the person like 2 years in and then you're stuck with this thing, and because you guys love each other so much, then now one has to compromise, and you don't want to do that, guys. An example that I cannot stress enough, and I said this in my get to know me tag, like if someone says that, if a guy comes up to me and he's like, yo Z, I'm feeling you, okay? And if it doesn't believe in no sex before marriage, yo guys, it's late. It's just not gonna work for me, guys, and I'm not willing to compromise on that. It's either he accepts it and, you know, or not. Because the second thing I would say is that I have a strong personality, you know, and I need someone who has like a stronger personality than I do. So I remember I was talking to my friend, and she was actually saying, she said something that was very interesting that I can really like relate to. So she was saying that an alpha female doesn't need an alpha male. An alpha female needs an alpha male. So for me, it's like if you're not a strong, if you don't have a strong personality, I feel like someone who doesn't have a strong personality, they're not like firm. If let's say I want to do something, whatever, and the guy's has a strong personality, you'll be like, no, like I need someone who's gonna say, no Zizo, listen, you're not gonna do this, we're not gonna do this. Like I need someone like that, because guys, I don't know, I can't date someone who can't say no. Like I have to date someone who I'm not gonna think of disrespecting. Like I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah. The next thing I want to say on this is know your worth, sis. Know your worth, sis. Know your worth. Know when to walk away. Like guys, I feel like ladies tolerate a lot of things in relationships, and if you really feel that you deserve better, guys, just leave. Like just leave. I actually saw a quote from somewhere, and this person was saying that if you see it in the beginner stages, then you need to walk away, because that's only the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so guys, if you see all these things that are you're not happy with, or even if it's not about like you knowing your worth, but just even things like abuse or whatever, if you're seeing it in beginner stages, guys, that's a red flag. And once you see a red flag, guys, walk away. The last thing I want to say concerning this is, you know, keep the same energy, guys. And I feel like it's with guys and girls as well. I'd say keeping the same energy is so important. You find that guys, and it has happened to me, before the relationship, they will pursue you, they will run after you, they will bow down at your feet, not literally, but they will take you to 5-star restaurants, they will open the door for you, they'll just sweep you off your feet, and then when you get into the relationship, it's like, hi, you know, they withdraw, and then it's like, where's that same energy, you know? And it's with girls as well. I just feel like, you know, it's girls and guys need to keep the same energy. If you set a bar, then you need to keep it there, and the other person is also gonna expect that from you. So if you're not keeping up with that same energy, guys, hey, yeah. What are your long-term goals? Okay, so I'm currently studying to be a chef. This is my first year, and I'm studying for 3 years, and by the time I finish, I'll be 23. And so obviously I wouldn't like to actually work in a kitchen. I don't see myself there, to be honest. I would like to have something of my own, definitely something of my own. And it's not catering. I'd definitely like to do something on my own. I don't see myself working in a kitchen. Also because I think I would have had the experience by the time I'm 23, because we also have industry placement each year. So we work for about 4 or 5 months a year, and you know, by the time I'm 23, I would have worked a year and some months. So I think I would have had enough experience, you know, of working in the kitchen. With Nzuri, you know, it's not something that I've just started because I want to make money now. Like, no, I started it early so that by the time I'm finished with school, by the time I'm 23, it's already, you know, established. I think by the end of next year, I'd like to have like an established system with Nzuri. And obviously, having introduced a lot of ranges within Nzuri that will cater for, you know, women and men and children. And yeah, that's what I would like to do with Nzuri. And Nzuri is a lifetime thing. Like, I'm in it for the long run, and I'm not just doing it now to make quick buck. No, I'm really investing in it to actually make it work and to be proper. So that is my plan with Nzuri. In terms of my long-term goals, I want to give to people, and I just also want to create opportunities for other people. And I don't want to just be giving money or like just buying bread for, you know, someone on the street, but I want to make it sustainable. What do you look for in a partner? I said this, guys, must be Christian. If he's not, it's late, he must be taller than me, and all other things don't matter. Which group of people are you passionate about helping? I can't say I have a specific group I want to help. I just want to help where I can. Like asylum seekers or like refugees, for me, I'd really like to help them. I would also say, you know, countries that are in crisis, you know, the countries that have been hit by natural disasters, the UNHCR, you know, countries like, you know, with what's going on with Yemen, I'd really like to help. Also child-headed homes, something that I also like to take part in and to help. And yeah, but like I said, guys, I'd really like to help out whenever I can. If there's an opportunity for me to help someone, then I will help them. Last question is, do you feel that male contraceptives should be available? I think so. Because, you know, you get those silly men when they make someone pregnant, then they say, ah, you wicked woman, look now. And then they blame the woman, and then it's like, it takes two to tango. It will help those silly men. It will help those silly men who are blaming women every time they fall pregnant after they've impregnated them. It will help them not to blame them. So now when the woman gets pregnant, then he'll be like, ah, okay, now it was also my fault because I also was taking contraceptives, but it didn't work or whatever. On a serious note, women get blamed a lot when they fall pregnant. Yeah, I think male contraceptives should be available for men. I think it's also the responsibility of men to also make sure that they avoid, you know, unwanted pregnancies. So I don't think it should just be on women. So this brings me to the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was a good Q&A. If you guys liked this video, please make sure that you click the like button. Please comment, share, subscribe. We are on a journey to 500 subs, guys. Please, I need your support. Please, please, please subscribe and tell your friends and your friends' friends and your friends' friends' friends and your family to subscribe to this channel, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for your unending support. I will see you in my next video. Bye.